know who's very sad today? It's the last one. I'm very sad. I've been sad all morning. I'm not really. I'm okay though, because something else will happen from Stamps by Me. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Tony Darroch, and this is the How to Craft Network, where we inspire you. Well, I hope we do. And from your comments, I'm sure we do. So today is the last one of the 7 days of inspirational content using the Create Together Club, and we have a whole lineup of wonderful cards, all different techniques, change it up with paper and stamps and dies. But what we haven't done, because I came in this morning to see the sort of techniques that we'd covered this morning, I thought, what can we do today? Right, what we can do is show you how fish and flowers work together well. So although fish is a fish and a flower is a flower, we make a nice card with both of them together. So that's what we're going to do today. I will tell you a quick story though. I said to my team this morning whilst I was sat at my desk, oh, it's the last one today, what should we do, you know? And one of my designers said, why don't you put some chips with the fish? I'm like, yeah, and that's really going to go down a storm, isn't it? Well, you could draw some chips, fish and chips. I'm like, you do not eat those types of fish in the stamp set. Oh, crazy, honestly. So I'm just going to have to do my own thing, as I always do, because nobody helps me out in this building. Everybody's just doing their own little jobs, getting on with it, and I'm left to do all the creative stuff. So here I am to do something creative with fish and flowers. So if you don't know what I'm talking about the wonderful kit, which is this one here, and it's the die system, it's the paper pad, and it's the fish and florals and those lovely positive words, and the dies as well. So let's crack straight on. Now there are all of the cards that we've made, and we will, at the end of this show, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this will be 7. I think what we should do, guys, is at the end we'll say, right, which is your favourite? And you can only give one, okay, out of all of the 7, including today's. Which did you like the most? Just put a number, 1, 3, 5, whatever it may be, yeah? And then we can get a sense of, is it a varied audience I have who all like different things, or are you all on the same path and just like one thing? It gives me a gauge of what you actually like when I do the inspirational content. Because I'm a sponge, I like to learn and I like to listen to you all, as you all know. And Amanda says she loves a sense of humour. Yeah, I like that all the time, Amanda. Joke after joke after joke. Mind you, I'm like that as well, Anna, so I can't really tell them off for it because I think they get it from me. Right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to do a pocket of flowers and some fish detail. Again, as always, you know, it comes from here, so we'll see how we get on. So I'm going to need an acrylic block, and I'm going to use the lovely flower, this one here. I did see that some of you had done the painting, the lovely one that we did yesterday where I covered that big whale up underneath. I saw that some of you had done that as well, so well done if you did take a few moments to just at least attempt the technique, because it did look a little easier than it actually was, but actually your cards turned out better than mine, so I was like, yikes. So I have the flower here, and I'm going to stamp it 3 or 4 times. See how many I can get on this sheet of card here. So I'm just using an acrylic block for speed here. So let's just go 1 here, because I'm going to die cut them, okay? So I'm going to do 4. Whether I need 4, I don't know. But if I don't use any, they'll go on a different project anyway. So 2. It's rainy here as well, guys. It's no better in sunny Wakefield. Blooming rain. Well, we have to be grateful. We have had 2 days of sun, so should we be grateful? 2 days of sunshine and we're back to a wishy-washy day. So number 4. We can get this on here somewhere. So 4 flowers. So we need our die. So let's find the die, she says. This should be fun. In all of my chaos, here we go. I'm going to die cut this one 4 times. And you'll see why, because we're going to do a pocket of flowers. I'm going to show you how to, oh, you might already know, but I'm going to do a nice little pocket of flowers. So let's get some tape. I hope everyone's having a nice day. Have you checked out the app this morning? Tim started like a little running feed about, he's making some samples for the iMarla show on our stamp machine. And he's showing you all what he does. It's just the samples, it's not the main run, but he's just getting ahead with some samples. So go and have a look at what he's posting, it's quite interesting. Or at least just go and entertain Tim, because he's putting it out there for you all. And probably nobody's commenting. He's got no friends. Oh, this is what I mean about the joke. I am a joker. If you hadn't gathered, I'm a joker. Oh, and you know, he tripped us. He fell in the office. He fell over the lip of the sort of like door panel, and the only one that laughed was me. And he's got a bad back as well. He went, "Oh, that's about right. You laugh when I've got a bad back." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Everybody else didn't know whether to laugh or, you know, just pretend that they're busy. Me cracks out laughing. It's tough at the top. That's what I always say. Let's just move these samples. Look. I know which is my favourite so far. Well, I've got 2 favourites so far. 3 favourites so far. 4. You're probably wondering, why am I putting my die cutting machine on the back? Well, there's no space. I've just got loads of stuff everywhere. Because I'm on with about 4 projects at the moment. We're working on Christmas as well. So there's just stuff everywhere, as you can imagine. So we have 1 flower. Oh, there's my coffee cup, look, empty. Need it filling up. So here's 1. So try and get it away without tearing your artwork. There's 1. And let's do the next one. I would normally do this type of thing before coming to air, remember, but because most of you like to do it together, we do it together in real time. So we also have our craft battle. We've got another craft battle. Sarah's in the building as well. So on the 30th. So we've got that. We're prepping for that too. So much good stuff. The grass is growing before my eyes, says Amanda. It's crazy, isn't it? So that's 2. I didn't quite line that one up very well, but hey ho. So next one. Come on, Tony, do better. Do better. Oh, I'll tell you a little story. So I picked my son up from school yesterday, and he's trying to get on the school cricket team because, as you all know, he loves cricket. And so he's in a cricket club already, and he's quite advanced for his age. He's in the higher sort of team because he's actually really good. But for his school cricket one, it's a little bit different. I don't know how they measure or whether it's like a waiting list type style thing to get on the team. But religiously, he's been practicing his cricket because he wants to get on the school cricket team. So anyway, he hasn't had, he didn't have the school whites, you know, the white crickets. So, and you can't be on the team without the whites. So we bought the whites. We're having the legs adjusted as we speak. And then the spotter came for school, you know, where they go and spot the kids to be on a team and things like that. And the spotter came and he never got chosen. The reason he didn't get chosen is because he didn't have the whites, not because he wasn't any good. And I tried to explain to him, they would only pick you if you had the whites. And he's like, I understand that, Mummy. But I went and asked him why. I was like, you are just like your dad. So he's obviously asked this spotter why he's not being picked. Because he knows he's quite good at it, but he doesn't understand why he's not getting picked. And the spotter said, well, you don't have the whites, and that doesn't look like you're taking the sport serious enough. So that was 1. So as you can imagine, I got it in the neck for that. Because the legs haven't been taken up yet, Mum, which means he's missed his opportunity. But the second thing is, he said to him, you need to improve on your bowling. You need to be good at batting, catching and bowling. And you are amazing at catching. He never misses. You are amazing at batting, but your bowling's needs work. What do you think happened yesterday? Well, straight to the park with the ball, overarm, overarm, overarm. So his dad's doing this practicing with him, and so he comes home. He's like, right, I'll get picked next week. I said, it don't quite go like that, darling. You need to be like practice, practice, practice. He's like, I know, but I'm at cricket on Monday night, and if Dad texts me Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be ready for Friday to get picked. Like, okay. Anyway, he got up this morning. He can't move his arm. So he comes down, he's like, oh, Mummy. I'm like, this is what I mean. You need to practice. You like swing your arms, just like, it's like, oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to throw a ball today, Mummy. I'm like, this is what I mean. It takes time. You have to take time and grow and practice and practice. It just doesn't happen overnight. Trying to educate the kids or the bairns that things just don't happen overnight. But last night, he were on it. He were getting picked on Friday, and that were it. And he were going to show that spot how good he was. And I'm sure you've all been through it if you've all got kids. Yeah, Julie, bless him. Yeah, I mean, you can't knock his enthusiasm. I would never do that. But my goodness me, does he want everything yesterday? So, back to craft. That was my little story for today. So I'm going to use the fish on this one, but I'm going to use, I don't think I've got an acrylic block big enough. So I'm going to use my Eureka here. But what I am going to do is, this is a patterned piece of paper here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold a little bit of it back to create that pocket at the top of my card. So I only need some detail down by the white here. So I'm just going to pop this into my tool. In fact, shall we score it first? Let me just get my score tool here. Let's get our score tool and let's pop a score line in here for how we're going to fold it back. So I'll just pop this on here, look. And let's pop a score line in. So I want to go from the corner, so I'll pop it there. And I want to go probably, I don't want a big corner down flat, but so let's just go here. He's so young, Michaela, he is. But he just loves, there's two or three things he really loves. He loves his sport, his hoops, basketball, cricket, and he loves to draw. Obviously, he loves all of the other things that kids love in general. But yeah, those are three things that he really likes to do. And he's really into doing the Lego flowers at the moment. Have you seen the Lego flowers? We've got that all over at the dining room. How we've not lost bits, I've no idea, because we've got piles and piles of Lego and a vase with all these Lego flowers. So he's into that as well at the moment. So I'm keeping him busy. And the school holidays are coming soon, aren't they? So I'm going to have to keep him super busy. So I'm just going to pop this down here. Knowing that this comes down, I think I'd like this part of the fish here. And we'll just stamp it in black. Pauline says she did a cricket with her daughter in high heels and never lived it down. I can imagine. People will be like, what on earth? Good morning, Janice. We've got our cute fish there. Let's just fold this back, hey, and just see what it looks, see how much of the card you're going to see. So let's do that. So I need to, excuse me, I need to get a little bit here maybe. So, yeah, let's just move that over. I'll capture this sort of bit of the fish too on this part. Oh, I didn't ink his tail. There we go. And then maybe we just capture some of it down here. Don't know how much of him you're going to see, but we'll go for it. Like so. So let's just get rid of our fish for now. Let's get rid of our... Let's see where this is going. So, make sure my hands are clean. Lego is great. I recently got the set with the potted plants. Yeah, Ursula is loving it. He's absolutely loving it. And I think the very fact that he can give somebody one Lego flower knowing it's a handmade, he knows it's not going to die, it's not going to end up in the bin. I think he gets great. And he's been giving the odd people, one of which was his school teacher, one of the Lego flowers just with a ribbon round and a little tag from my tag punch under here. So he's loving it at the moment. It's really nice. So I'm not sure how long it'll last though, because he's 10 in a couple of months. So let's have a look. So I have my card blank and I have a piece of the pattern paper from the paper set, and I'm just going to stick this flat, completely flat. And then this second piece that I cut here, we see now, it's the pattern paper. I just turned it over, and then we're going to pull this back and create like a pocket. That makes sense, like so. So I don't think I'm going to have, let's pop some pads under here to give my pocket some dimension. And fold that down. I've got that nice like lip there, just with the pads under. And then we'll pop this one flat. What I am going to do though is I'm just going to take my tape to about there, because I'm going to shove things behind. And then let's bring in our flowers here. This is looking great, Tony. No, it's coming together. We've got a bit of work to do, I think. So you could have that as like the closure on the flap, which would look pretty, but I think I'm liking it up here a little bit so you can see that that has been folded back. And then so we need to cut some of these down. Let's get rid of some of those leaves. See what it just looks like with the two. Let's just trim that bit of white there. Right, let's go with that. Let's just pop that in there. Betty says you amaze me with them big scissors. Betty, I've got tons of scissors. They're just, look at the size of them. What is that? I think they're actually fabric scissors. People will be screaming at me going, they are not paper scissors, Tony. But I have an excuse, right? I have bags for bags' sake. I have Studio 3, Studio 1, home, HSN, QVC Germany, in here. Oh, they're everywhere. So I just grab what I can. And then, what am I like? I know what I'm like. I don't need reminding. And then I'm going to pad this one. Let's have a look. Get my composition right here. I like the fact that I can see this lovely turn down here. And then I am going to just cut this away and just have the 3D flower, because I do love a good 3D flower, as most of you know. So I'll just trim this bit away, get rid of that white edge. They are Timalt scissors. So I'll pop that on there to give me that lovely 3D. I'm going to pinch those leaves too, to give extra dimension. And I'm going to do it on the same here. Like so. And then let's cast a shadow underneath these beautiful fish. So making it look like they've got pads underneath when they actually haven't. Let me just see if I've got my grey pen to hand here. That's too dark. Let me just grab a pen. Just 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, from my Cubadio. Let's have a look at this one. Have we got a grey one in here? Here we have, look. Just shows you how much I like my grey pens, because all my greys and browns are together looking, my alcohol markers. So we need to find a grey that's going to put a nice shadow around here that makes them look 3D. And this is a great trick if you don't want dimension on your cards, but you want to make it look like there is a shadow. So now I always wait a second because it dries back lighter, because it's alcohol, and alcohol needs time to evaporate, remember. So that's probably okay. Let's have a look at another one. That's possibly too light, maybe. You see how that's pretty much dried back to nothing there? This is what I mean, guys. So anything like a grey, a beige colour, no, too dark. You could use a colour, you could use a pencil too. Right, I'm going to go with the light one and have a look, see what that looks like, and then we'll go from there. So let's focus on this one here. I'm just going to go around the fish, okay, just gently. Can you see it? Is it there? It's visually to my eye. It's visual to my eye here, but I think it's going to dry back to nothing. No, not going to waste my time going round. It's not showing. Let's go darker. Now this is where you have to, when you go as dark as probably this, take your time with it, okay? So I'm just going to go. It'll pretty much dry back to nothing, so have the confidence to do it. You can see it's drying back already compared to there, look, there to there. And then just go. And if you, a nice little cheat for you all, if you go on like this and you're thinking, oh, I've gone and ruined it now, it's too dark. This is a little bit too dark, I have to say. But I've got a nice little cheat for you all in a second. So I'm just going to go round. Not going to go around it all, just so you get the idea. And then if you go back to the lighter one, and then go over it with a lighter one, pull it out. It'll push it right back. You see now how it's sort of like giving you that other second shadow quite easy with a lighter one on top. So just look at his head here. See that halo? So make sure you do a scratch sort of test on a piece of paper first to get it. But it's a real good cheat if you don't want to use pads and have dimension on your cards as well. So now looking at this fish compared to this fish, this looks 3D, right? This one looks flat. So it's just a little bit of a technique for you all to just make possibly, and as the alcohol evaporates, it does go back. It does go back. It dries 2 to 3 shades lighter, does alcohol ink. Same with watercolours as well. So let's just go around one more. So I'm just going to do it lightly, as light as I possibly can, because it is a tad too dark, but I'm going with it because I don't have an alternative. But you make sure you do your test. And if I just do a real thin line all the way around and then use that lighter colour, I'm going to end up with something that looks quite artistic, because we all want to look great, right? I mean, I'm using my big brush nib here. I do have a lovely bullet nib as well, which I could use. And then let's bring in our lighter one and just blend it out a little bit. And my ink is a multi-purpose ink, the stamping ink that I use. You can use it with your alcohol markers and your watercolours. It covers both. So that's why I'm not getting a bleed. If you do yours and you wonder why you get a bleed, it means you haven't stamped the image in the right ink. So make sure you check your ink pads, okay? So I'll just add a halo around here. Super easy. So how effective does that look? Do we think it was better before, or do we think it's better now? I think it's better now that the ink is evaporating and it looks really 3D. And this blue contrast we've used really does complement the papers as well. Pauline says, always learn something new. These are cool hacks that we just use all of the time and just share, and you know, it's great to know these little cheats, I guess, doesn't it? So now I need to do a sentiment. So let's have a look at, and I just love the word positivity, so I'm going with it, okay? I'm just going to grab some cardstock. Here we go. I'm going to stamp positivity, and we're going to tie this together. Now, this would look cool with some white cotton, you know, just like some cotton in a little cute bow, just to sort of like bring it all together. So let's stamp this in black. Oh, excuse me. Getting carried away. Butterfingers. World's biggest scissors coming in, Betty. Are you ready? Oh, yes, I know. And we've got positivity. Maybe we could sort of jazz it up a little bit and use some of the off-cut paper. I'm going to do it actually. I'm just going to use this off-cut and have a little bit of paper just stuck out at each end just to make it a little bit different. This has not been cut very straight. Like so, and then we'll stick it on here, look, and it's got a little bit of difference with the coloured paper coming out the edge, just because we can. Looks a bit different, doesn't it? And then we'll bring in our cute card, and I think we just need to go down here, don't you? I do like it up here though, but I know that lots of you don't like to layer and layer and layer. I do, but you don't have to. And maybe just, what about in the centre? Shall we go centre? Let's pop some pads behind. Amanda's crafting along, bless her. So I think, let's just bring this into the centre here so you all can get here. Shall we go here? Let's go here. Make sure it's straight. We don't want to cover that nice fish, do we? There we go. We need to add some sparkle though. So sparkle pen. Get some sparkle on our fish's tails. I'll hold it up in a second. But rather than colour, I'm going with what's in the kit today and using it all together. Now, what's your favourite? Which is your favourite? Wait till I hold this up. You're all going to say this one today, maybe. I'm not sure. I never know. You all like your own things. His little tail up here. I'm not going to touch the flowers. I feel like if I do it all sparkly, then it's too much. But I have done sparkly fish. There we go. Let's have a look at this then. That is a nice card. Love this, says Marilyn. Well, I have to say so, Miss N. That is a nice card. So let's have a look. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. It's too bright in here for me to see, but we've got sparkly fish and we've got a lovely pocket of florals. You could fill further. You could add more if you wanted to. I mean, we've got leaves here, look, where you could absolutely fill. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it, under there? Can we put that on? Here we go again, look. Where you could fill. So it looks like it's underneath as well. Got another one here. I'm going to do it. Big full flower look. No waste at Stamps by Me. So you've got your full pocket arrangement at the top there, and then you've got your beautiful tropical flower and positivity there, and that is just a lovely card. And if you've got your box making for your envelopes, you could do a lovely coordinated envelope for that one as well. So let's have a look at all of the creations and let's go through them one by one. Are you ready? So I'll just grab them off the back. So number one. So this is where you're going to vote your favourite. It's not a competition. There's not. We don't really care which ones you like. It's your personal preference, and we like to see. So we used the frame and we 3D'd the fish's tail. So this was number one. So if number one's your favourite, you need to put number one. Then we had the die partial cutting, didn't we, where we only used the die in that conceptual way, where it only cut through half of a panel, and that's in the gold. So that's number two. You can only say one. I'm struggling myself, but okay, you can say two. So then we did that watercolour technique with the wetting wet and created that beautiful tropical sort of feel on there, number three. Then we had the little mini projects. I love mini projects anyway, so this is always going to be a winner for me. But the little projects with the gifts, with the papers, and this These sort of projects encourage you to use the wonderful papers that you buy rather than just look at them and save them. So this is number 4. Then we did the clean and simple card, number 5, with the positive words as our focal point on this card. So this is number 5. Then we did freehand painting, which is encouraged you all to pick up that brush. Number 6, I love this one now. I love it now, I've come back to it. Number 6. And then today's card is number 7. So let's have a look. Are you ready with your fingers? Off you go. I have to say mine is 4. The mini projects, there will always be 4, 5 and 7. I know I said 1, now I did 2, now I did 3. I can't decide. 4 projects. Chris Aldred says number 3. So you like the watercolour, did you, Christine? Number 3. Julie Brown, number 3. That is amazing. 1 and 7. Let's have a look. I'll do it together. 1 and 7. I love 2 and 7. 1 and 4. Oh, we've got an eclectic mix here. Number 3. 5 and 7. 3 and 7. 7. 6 and 7. 7. 2 and 3. 1 and 7. I haven't got that many fingers, Michaela. 1, 6 and 7. 1, 6 and 7. Well, I have got that many fingers. Number 4. Oh, gosh. I think it's a mix. It's a total mix. There's no clear winner here, I don't think. 4. 1, 3, 4, 7. Stop, Denise. I'll be like this playing piano. I think it's a mix, don't you think? There is no one clear winner. I think last time we did this, there was one clear winner, but I can't remember what it was. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to sit at my desk and have a think about that. So there's no clear winner, which is wonderful, really. It means I've done a good job, right? Because you all like different things, which means I've ticked a lot of people's boxes. So, absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So, all I would say now is what you need to do is pop a comment underneath this video when I've gone off air. Let me know your wins, the comments, which one's your favourite. And then on Monday night, I'm going to do all the shout-outs, all the giveaways. Monday, 6 p.m, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to catch up on all of the giveaways that I've been shouting on about and raving on about. So make sure you pop your comment underneath here. Now, that is the last of our Create Together Club. We're not doing another club. We're going to do something different moving forwards, and I will keep you all posted on that one. Now, if you want to be the first to know what we're doing, you need to be in the app if you can, okay? Because that is where you're going to get all of the news first. So you need to get on our app, which you can get in Google and you can get in the Apple Store. If you're doing it on Google and it's a bit glitchy, they have a few technical issues on the Google one for Android and things like that. So don't worry about it. It's not you. We're still ironing out all of those issues. That's why I've let you all in early, because we need to iron out all of these issues before we even get to the launch of the app. So join our app, and that's where you're going to see all of the information. So whatever you're doing, have a great day, rainy or not. Stay safe, stay cozy, stay inspirational, stay happy, and stay super kind like you always are. And I will see you all. When am I back? I'm not back tomorrow, but Carly is live on Create and Craft tomorrow, 8, 12 and 4. It's a headliner. So go and see what Carly's on TV with tomorrow. I'm not able to turn myself off, so I'm going to say goodbye.